Hi, my name is Bhumi, your life and relationship coach, and today's topic is just brilliant. Today I wanted to discuss how to become your authentic true self. And so if you are new to my channel, please subscribe, because on a weekly basis I have 1 or 2 new videos coming up on all sorts of topics, from relationships to life coaching. And for all my subscribers, thank you so much for all your love, your likes and shares, and your subscription. It has been amazing to be on this journey with you in such a short period of time. I've just felt like I've been able to help a few people, so that's brilliant. The whole aim of my videos is to help others. So if you find my video useful, and if you feel that it could be useful for someone else, please share. Now you will see me looking at this side. That is because I make my notes, and I've got all my notes open here so I don't diverge too much from the topic. And so let's jump straight into it. So today's topic is about how to live your authentic life. And authenticity, like success, has its own definition for each individual person. What it means to me may be completely different to what it means to you. So firstly, let's help you define your authenticity. So for me, for example, authenticity is to just being absolutely true to myself and being so connected to myself, so I know that every choice or decision I make is in the direction of where I want my life to be headed, right? So for that to happen, I have to really know myself, have to be self-aware. And for me, that is me being my authentic self. It could be very similar for you or could be different for you, but you have to define your own definition of authenticity. What makes you you, right? And once you've defined that, it is very easy for you to basically see how can you achieve it. Now, we're not talking about selfish, because obviously selfish, when someone is selfish, they are not very in tune with themselves, firstly, because they're not self-aware and they're not very conscious. So they're not sort of a giving person. They're more the kind of person who would take. So if you are someone who doesn't have peace of mind, who feels that you're being authentic and yet you are sort of, struggling with your life, then you need to re-question yourself and re-engage and re-center to really understand what is going on, right? And build your authenticity. So let's get straight into the ways, right? I'm going to give you 10 sure ways to help you reconnect with yourself and find your authentic, true version, which will not only bring you a lot of peace of mind, but a healthy lifestyle, will bring you a lot of happiness from within. You know, those people that you look when they're walking, they're smiling and they're enjoying the trees and the colors of the flowers. It's literally those kind of people, and you can become one of them too. So first step is learn to tell the truth and do what you say you will at a minimum. Authentic people know how to be true to themselves and to others. They're not afraid of being honest. So that is the first step, is you have to face the truth and you have to do what you will say you will do at the least. Okay. Step number 2 is to meditate, journal, often talk to yourself, or do whatever other similar activities in your sort of personal time. So it's called introspection, introspective activities that will really help you open up to yourself. Because unless you open up to yourself and know your dark side, your light side, you are not going to be able to tap into your own strengths and creativity to bring your authentic self. So you have to learn to become open to yourself. And in order to do that, it would be best if you can start to meditate, or if you can start to journal. And if you don't like meditation or journaling, just spend 10-15 minutes a day before bed just talking to yourself, whether it's in your head or whether it's out loud, or if you are sort of with a family and you again don't find time, then just sort of before you sleep, before you fall asleep, when you get to bed, between that sort of getting to bed and falling asleep stage, think about your day, think about yourself, and really just sort of talk to yourself about it in your own head, right? And try and find a way to open up yourself and be honest with yourself and say, well, what I did earlier today was not good. I know that. I can do better. How can I do better? And sort of work on that. The third way to do it is to truly know what you want, what you desire, what you like and what you dislike. Because if you are aware of yourself, self-awareness is key. If you are aware of yourself, you can help other people in getting to know you better. And what does that do? That just builds better relationships, better communication and better boundaries. So absolutely get to know yourself better and work on it. Again, journaling is a great way to get there. But if you cannot find to journal every day, at least try and find time to journal 2 to 3 times a week. Usually weekends are amazing to sort of take 20 minutes or half an hour out and sit down and just write about what's going on. Number 4 is to learn to be very grateful and positive in life. We are often, especially in this day and age at the moment with COVID, etc. as well, we're constantly stuck by a lot of negative news and a lot of negativity through other people, as much as, we sometimes have our own setbacks. But you have to learn to appreciate life and look at the other side of everything negative, okay? And you have to sort of find perfection in imperfect things to help yourself be grateful. And one of the other ways that you can really learn to be grateful and tap into it is first thing in the morning when you wake up, you must just take 2 minutes of your time to either look at yourself in the mirror or just sort of in your head before you get out of your bed. Say some grateful and appreciative things for yourself, your mind, body, your life, the fact that you may have a job, the fact that you may be getting offered, the fact that you're looking for work, there is always something to be appreciative of. Your kids, your pets, your partner, whatever it is, just be grateful for a few things first thing in the morning, and you'll see it will change the course of your day. Another thing you can do, number 5, is pick up on ethics and humanity. And what I mean by that is, how can you be of service to others? Our life as human beings is greatly to provide service to others, okay? Especially if we are better off. We have learned to share our blessings and do it wisely. So I'm not telling people how to spend their money if they have a lot of money, right? I'm not telling you how to displace or misplace or use your wealth. What I am saying is to become so connected with yourself, re-engage, reconnect, and align yourself so you know what it is that you would like to do to give back to humanity, and how can you become of service to others. You see, there is a really, really funny way of how blessings come back to you. So the more you share, the more you get as well. So remember that. So point number 6 on how you can do that is simplify things and people around you. Okay, so if you feel that you're constantly surrounded by negative people or negative news, then think, why is that happening, right? And start to sort of remove such negative news. So I don't start news at all. In the whole day, there would be no news going on in my home. So I just eliminate those sorts of things, right? If there are too many negative people around you, understand what is going on and start building boundaries. But you need to know yourself in order to build the right boundaries and stick to them, right? So simplify things. My grandfather, my mum's dad, used to always say, simple living, high thinking. And I truly believe in that. And that is something that stuck by me. So how can you make your life simple yet beautiful? So think about it, reconnect, re-engage with your inner self so you can truly, truly enjoy the bliss that is around you. Number 7, the way you can also do it is appreciate other people, but absolutely do not let your power of truth go just to appease someone. We see this happening a lot in friendships and relationships when people just give their power away and often get bullied, abused, and that's just not right. You're not being authentic to yourself, and you're not being authentic to that relationship, that friendship. So you have to learn to take a step back. I'm not saying become controversial. None of us like to become controversial, right? But what I am saying, that if controversy is coming your way because someone is trying to bully you or disrespect you, take a step back and draw a clear boundary and communicate it, right? That is living in your authenticity. Trust me, you will feel uneasy for those 5 minutes of that communication, that conversation, but longer term, you will sleep better. You will have peace of mind because you have done the right thing for yourself and that friend or that relative. So absolutely appreciate people, but do not let your power of truth be taken away from you. Okay? Number 8 is get to know your shadow side and really come to terms with it and accept it where you cannot change it. I always believe in changing every day and growing every day, but there are certain aspects of our personality, our life, our upbringing that it is very difficult to get rid of. So whilst you're still learning to getting over it and getting rid of it, certain patterns, at least become aware of it. And this is called, knowing your shadow side, right? We all have personality traits. Like, for example, I can get a bit OCD every now and again. So for me, starting to clean the house is a huge chore because I would want to do every single, detail of every single place, like every single corner I'd like to clean. So I stay away from that because I know that that is sort of an OCD that I want to stay away from. Otherwise I'll be spending days just cleaning my place. It's things like those, getting to know your shadow side. If you're short-tempered, get to know that piece of you, get to know that part of you and start to love it, start to accept it, but start to take the right steps and make the right choices when you are angry. How do you deal with it is also very important, right? So get to know your shadow side, really come to terms with it. Change what you can, but accept what you cannot change. Number 9 is choose love over fear every single time you can, and love your life, live your life. You will start to notice that as soon as you start to choose love over fear, your life will change. And you will start to celebrate little things, even imperfect things in your life, in your relationship, in your friendships, So please, please, please choose love over fear. Often our anger, our sort of detachment, and also defensiveness come out of fear. So make sure you understand what are the things that you're afraid of, if you're conscious of them. If you're not conscious of them, and if something triggers you, the first thing you want to do is choose love. Deep breathe in, choose love, and then see what your feelings are trying to communicate with you in a positive way, right? And in doing so, you're going to start learning to celebrate life. You'll have better arguments, you'll have better debates with your partner, with your, husband or wife, with your children. But as soon as you start to sort of become conscious about this and choose love over fear, you will start to celebrate and you'll have better discussions about things as well, better communication, even better arguments. You'll become smarter. And number 10 is forgive others just like you would forgive yourself. If you are someone who cannot forgive yourself, you have to learn to forgive yourself. You cannot become an authentic, self-loving, self-caring person if you have certain self-esteem issues and you can't love yourself. If that's the challenge that you're facing, feel free to get in touch with me and I'm happy to help. But if you're the kind of person who doesn't have an issue forgiving themselves, but has an issue forgiving others, then really, really try and see how you can work around and navigate around this thing. I mean, there are certain things when boundaries are broken, when you've been betrayed or something, it is extremely difficult to forgive someone, right? But take your time, absolutely. But eventually forgive other people, just as well as you would forgive yourself, because that will make you feel a whole lot lighter. You're not carrying the burden around of other people and other people's mistakes or mishaps or betrayals. So just, learn to forgive yourself and forgive others. Now, I'm not saying forgive narcissists and sociopaths and keep sort of welcoming them back in your life. Not at all. What I am saying is, if you are with a good person, or if you are just in a family and your siblings or your parents or your friends, learn to forgive people, right? And even strangers, you don't know what battle someone is fighting. So learn to forgive people. But obviously, if you are dealing with an abusive or a narcissistic person, the best thing is to create your boundaries, build them, communicate them, and then step away from them. That's that, right? I hope that this video was useful. Again, if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. And for the rest of you who have subscribed, who like and share, thank you so much for all the effort and hard work and your support. And yeah, like and share if you feel that this video could be useful to someone else. Thank you.